Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Go check out my website at skyazrael.com. Let's talk about success. There's a little recipe for success. There's 3 aspects to it. This is the holy trinity of success. You have thought, word, and deed. Thought, word, and deed. First, you have to think about it. You think a thought. You mull that thought around inside your head. It's important to be able to control your thoughts. Many people feel like their thoughts are uncontrollable. Their thoughts just think themselves. Where do your thoughts come from? Where do they go? Why do I think what I think? There's so many voices chattering all the time. You have to learn how to control that. You can do that through meditation. That's a great way to do it. To find the true voice, that one true voice deep down inside of you, because amidst all those other voices that are talking about nonsense, there's one true voice. It may be faint. You may only notice it in feelings. That's a very primitive way of connecting with yourself, is through feelings. After you can learn to quiet those other voices, you can start to hear the true you. Start to have a dialogue with the true you. All your best thoughts come from the true you. All your greatness, your brilliancy, your creativity, all of that comes from the real you. The real you can guide you in this world better than anything else, better than all that chattering bullshit. So it all starts with a thought. You can take your thought and turn it into a plan. All in your mind. Play a thought experiment with it and kick that thought around until it starts to solidify. Until it starts to make sense in your own head. And then you can take that thought to the next level. We have word. Thought, word, and deed. The next step after thought, after you've thought that thing through, is you start speaking it. When you speak something, it goes from your head out of your mouth into the universe. It's a sound wave. That sound wave travels out, keeps going. The universe hears what you talk about. This is why it's very important to watch what you say. Be careful of what you say. Everything you say is put out there for the universe to respond to. You start putting out weird shit, the universe might be responding to weird shit that you're putting out there. But you come up with a thought that you've kicked around. You've kicked it around from this mush into a solid ball, and then you start speaking about it. You start telling your friends, people in your family, people in your inner circle, your confidants, you start telling them your plan, your new idea. You've gone from thought to word. Now you've given this idea a little bit of life. It's now out there and it's in other people's heads. But it'll die. That doesn't mean that it'll live forever. It'll die if you don't go to the next step. The final step is deed. We have thought, word, and deed. Deed is your actions towards your thoughts. So you've kicked that thought around in your head until it's a solid object. You've passed that ball to your friends and your families for them to hold. This is the word aspect. You've spoke it to them. This is my plan. This is my idea. This is what I'm thinking about. You've articulated it. We can't articulate things until we've thought them through properly. But then after you've articulated it to everybody, that's where deed comes in. You have to get moving. You have to take action. Incremental action, beginning action. You may not build a building on a land site until you've first cleared the brush, done a geological survey. You have to start where you have to start, but the key to success is actually starting. There's so many people that get stuck in the thought and the word process and they never move to deed. One of the reasons why some people never move to the final step in this magical process, thought, word, and deed, is because they're looking for validation, for that go ahead. They've turned everybody else in their group, in their inner group, into gods, into gatekeepers. They're asking for permission. Here's my idea, what do you think? And if somebody rolls their eyes, they don't see your vision. Maybe because they haven't thought it out like you have, but they don't see your vision right away. Then a lot of people will just say, well, fuck it. And you're letting others determine your future. Why didn't you go for your future? Because other people told me not to. You know, how dumb does that sound? Oftentimes, good ideas feel like bad ones, feel like stupid ideas to people that have no vision. That's one reason why it's important when we go and spread our vision to people, that you cherry pick, that you choose who that you're sharing this new idea that you've been thinking about with. Be careful who you speak to, because some people, they have their own baggage and they'll sabotage you for their own narcissistic reasons. They'll tell you intentionally, oh, that's a terrible idea. They may be scared of losing you. They don't want you to become successful. This is a condition amongst losers. People at the loser table, they don't want you to go sit at the cool table. They want you to sit with them at the loser table and stay a loser. I remember being homeless. And I went and got a job at a 1-hour photo place. And they hired me. It's hard to get a job when you can't put an address on anything. And these people hired me, took a chance on me. I went and told some of my homeless bum friends that I got a job that day. And they looked at me like I was the dumbest motherfucker ever. And I didn't like their ridicule. They made me feel so bad about getting a job that I went and quit and stayed homeless, stayed jobless. So don't get stuck at seeking validation from people, and choose who you're going to tell your vision to. Choose that person wisely. You don't have to choose just a yes man, but choose somebody who's open, who's not going to have their own baggage that's going to possibly sabotage and give you an intentionally misguided advice, hold you back in some way. Sometimes mothers do this lovingly to their sons. They hold their sons back just because they don't want to be left alone. The father usually pushes the kid out of the nest where the mother is trying to hold them back. That's why two-parent families are important. But when you get to the deed stage, that's really when the magic comes out of your staff, when you're seeing it come out of that wand, when you're actually experiencing your own greatness because you've spent time thinking. You thought so much about this. You've thought about this in every way for a long time. And then you spoke about it. And articulating things doesn't just simply ask for permission from others. It helps to form the thoughts better in our head, and it also sends that message to the universe about this is about to happen. Get ready, God. I'm about to blow up. I'm about to do something great here. And then when you start moving along that path, you start trotting along, every step feels right because you've gone through the process properly. This is the magic of success, thought, word, and deed. Hope somebody gets it.